arch support work boots and what effect do these have on the feet? Now, when we're selecting a work boot, we often go for the features of the work boot that protect the feet from a sort of ballistic injury, so like a brick dropping on the foot, and so obviously we have a steel cap toe in the boot to protect from this. But it's also very important to support the feet to help them and protect them from overuse injuries such as plantar fasciitis, shin splints, heel pain, and stress fractures. So what we're going to do today is have a look at side by side of a patient's feet unsupported with no shoes on walking on the treadmill, and then we'll have a look at what they look like when we pop them in a set of the Ergonx Elements arch support work boots and see what a difference this makes. So what we'll do now is we'll just go across to the video and we'll have a look at the patient walking unsupported on the treadmill. So what we're looking at here is your typical patient's foot with a flexible flat foot that rolls too far towards the inside. It makes it a little bit easier if we add the bisection lines on the back of the heel, and you can see that this patient pronates around 8 degrees. So when the foot pronates like this, the foot rolls towards the inside, making it a very ineffective lever for propulsion. This puts a lot of extra strain on the joints, bones and ligaments of the foot, leading to overuse injuries such as heel pain, plantar fasciitis, heel spurs, shin splints and stress fractures. So this patient's foot rolls too much towards the inside. So if we have a look at our anatomy model here, this is a left foot and this is the big toe. As the foot rolls towards the inside, the arch collapses. So what this does, it puts a lot of strain on the ligaments of the arch and also the joints and the bones of the foot. So what happens when the foot rolls in, the joints open up and the foot becomes what we call a loose bag of bones. So as we try and propel off the foot, it's a loose bag of bones rather than a rigid lever. So what the body tries to do is support the arch so it becomes a more rigid lever for propulsion, and then as we try and push off the foot, it's actually all functions as one unit rather than a loose bag of bones. So what we do to treat this is we usually add an arch support insole that helps to raise up the arch of the foot and make it into a better position for propulsion. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go across and have a look at when we add the Ergonx Elements. This is the helium work boot, and it has this beautiful arch support insole already added into the work boot, and we'll see what difference this makes to the patient's foot from being unsupported on the treadmill to supported on the treadmill, and we'll see what difference this makes to the functional position of the foot. So we've now got the patient in the arch support orthotic insole work boots, and you can immediately see on the right foot that there's less bulging on the inside of the ankle and there's less pronation in the foot. So it makes it a little bit easier to see this if we slow down the video and add the rear foot bisection, and you can see now that the foot only pronates about 3.1 degrees. So this really helps to control the amount of pronation in the foot and will help to limit the aches and pains in the foot. Okay, so from the video we can see that by adding the Ergonx Elements arch support work boot, we limited the amount of pronation in the foot. So what this does, it helps to support the foot and keep it in a more natural or aligned position so that the muscles of the foot don't get overworked and the ligaments don't get strained as the arch collapses. This will help to have your foot function in a more functional position. The muscles will be less active and they'll ache less across the workday. So what this does, it leads to less foot pain, less overuse injuries and more time at work. So if you want to check out the Ergonx Elements work boots, you can find these at ergonx.com.au. We'll be happy to hear your feedback or if you have any questions on these. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.